Good afternoon, people of the internet world. Welcome
YouTube. Sorry.
You've just cut me off. You always cut me off when we're talking. I've noticed that when I've watched the videos. I'm right in the middle of a really key moment and you start talking. And actually, these people need to know this, but you cut me off.
Welcome back to Wing Wednesdays with this boy,
Howard Wing, and this boy,
Adam Wing.
If that sounds really beep, just let us know, we won't do it again. Alright guys, how are we doing? Back in the office with a couple more questions, or maybe just one question. You just mentioned briefly, go on.
So, this week's business advice topic is awards. And there's loads of different, there's loads of different types of awards that you can enter as a wedding supplier, videographer, photographer, DJ, whatever.
What are we talking about? What awards? Don't know.
There's plenty of different awards platforms, and some of them will give awards to anyone these days. You can just buy, but other ones are more respectable. No, that's actually the Wedding Industry Awards is the most respectable, reputable one that I know of.
Yeah, it's the most reputable one that I know of.
Sorry, I'm interrupting. The argument is, and a lot of people see it a lot on Facebook, awards are a load of rubbish, they don't mean anything, you're just paying for them, blah blah blah. My argument is that brides and grooms see it and think it's amazing, whether they don't know you've paid to enter, they don't know that you've hounded people to vote for you, they just see awards and, you know, in most cases you've at least deserved to have won something, and it's...
Well, this is where people get wrapped up in the opinions of other people in the industry, where you'll get a lot of people who have the opinion of awards are rubbish, that you have to pay for them, that they're not worth anything, and just being a bit negative about the whole thing, and I just don't see why.
I don't know what it's
or
like.
Where that attitude has come from, because you're selling your service to, like you said, the bride and groom, so it's what they see, and that's what really matters. But having said that, I still don't understand why, and the TWIA does sometimes get a little bit of stick, and I'm thinking why it's the most...
TWIA being the Wedding Industry Awards.
Yeah, for me it's the most kosher award, because you have to be voted by your brides and grooms for people you've done weddings for, and they vote on your service, and then you go... I'm actually a judge on it now, which maybe I'm a little bit biased, but that just goes to I know the judging process of this awards, so it's about as fair as you can possibly get, because for one, your bride and grooms have to vote for you, they have to leave their honest feedback, and they have to vote you have to rate for you on a score level, and they have to leave comments, and as a judge, I get to read all those. I get to read all those, and I really go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, and as opposed to some other awards, which... Isn't there an award out there where they can vote for you even if even if you've not done the wedding?
There's a couple of awards that I've entered this year, and brides. I think one of them was that your brides from this year and next year and up to 2020. So as long as they've booked you and you're doing their wedding between this year and 2020, they can vote for you. So, which is great because it means more votes, and then the person with the most votes wins. And there's a few like that. But it's
again it looks good on your resume.
It still looks great, but how can a couple know how good you are, what your service is like? How can anyone judge that and say that you deserve this award if you've just had a vote from a relative stranger? Because all they've done is booked me over an email, a phone call, a meeting, whatever, and they've not had the service.
They should be best friends by then.
By the time they've done the wedding.
Before. Should really get into them before.
But how can they say, yeah, Adam's a brilliant videographer if I've not videoed the wedding yet?
Exactly. So these are just some of the reasons why, you know, we feel that the TWIA
they're the ones that
is the most reputable one.
Awards in general a bit of a reputation, and maybe avoid those kind of ones. But the TWIA ones are really good because
I think when you put the whole awards thing into context and how each one is run, for me, the TWIA is the fairest way that it can be done, and it must be difficult for them, you know.
Brides and grooms, and then
and then judges.
Which kind of, if you do get anywhere, if you get a finalist or you win it, it gives it that kind of more
credibility.
No, what's the word I'm after? It makes you feel like you've earned it more because there are actual genuine judges saying, yeah, their work's better than their work, and it does feel nice.
And it makes it more sort of credible than a awards where it's just a number of how many votes you've got.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sure this video is not about sort of bigging up TWIA. We love that awards. It's great, and it's the only one that I've been in. So my experience in the TWIA has been brilliant. It's been so positive. My brides and grooms see the little badge on my website. It gives them a little bit of more confidence that they're booking somebody who is reputable, is good at what they do, and they've been judged by it. So why would you not do it? You know. So yeah, I mean, are you in 3 different awards this year, or?
So it's gone a bit nuts recently because I've been shortlisted for Great Northern Wedding Awards. I've been as videographer, obviously. I've been finalisted for the English Wedding Awards, which I just found out yesterday, and I've entered the Wedding Industry Awards, and I'll find out if I've been made a finalist for that in a couple of weeks or something. But I've entered that one, and with the Industry Awards, I spent the last couple of days non-stop getting my application ready. Is a bit more involved in the booking, in the kind of submitting process, because you've got to obviously I've submitted some of my videos. You've got to answer some questions. You've got to try and get all your brides and grooms to vote for you. So there's a bit of work that goes into it, but
there is, but it's worth it. And
it's so worth it. Yeah.
If you're thinking of going to awards, just go for it. Don't listen to the naysayers. Just go for it, because the benefits are having a little badge on your website. It's a little stamp of approval. The networking events are fantastic.
The only negatives that I can see are
I'm talking about benefits. You've gone straight to negatives.
Yeah, so I want to get that out of the way, because the only downside that there could possibly be is you might get looked down by some of the purists that might take the mick out of you. It might cost you a few quid, and it might take a bit of your time. But then the benefits are the networking, the credibility, the badge on your website, the feedback that you get from brides and grooms after the.
Wow, I mean that it's not only that. Certainly with TWIA, their website is brilliant for SEO. So if you're on that website, then you're already ahead, because it's fantastic.
And as long as you enter, you get put in their directory. So
you're in the directory,
and I get brides and grooms inquiring. I've seen you on the Wedding Industry Awards website. So brides and grooms do look at, and I've done weddings, because when I won the newcomer, I won best newcomer in my first year in the Northwest, and I had 2 or 3 weddings off the back of that just literally went on the awards website and booked all the awards winners. So they had the Northwest's best photographer, they had me as the newcomer, they had the best cake person, they had the best florist, and they just booked everyone who had won an award, because they thought
I did a wedding with a few years ago with Jeff Wood and Ross Harvey, and the bride who booked us booked all the winners for this entertainment and the photography, and the videographer was the guy who actually judges the video, which was Jeff Wood, and that was Leanne. So yeah, people take it into consideration always if you've got awards.
Looks great for brides, and I don't know, you probably get this as well. When I meet couples, they go, "Oh, you've won all those awards, haven't you?"
I do, and I'm like, well, there's only one awards I've gone in. I've won it a few times, but yeah, and it's great. People talk about it.
Awards. I've won one award and I've entered it a few times.
Yeah, but it's good. Isn't it good though for your social media? You can shout about it, and then
of course,
doesn't care about what your peers. The people who are going to be booking, you're going to be seeing those little posts that you're putting out about being at awards nights, being involved in it. Even if you don't win, it doesn't matter. You're a part of that whole process, so it's beneficial. One of the best things which I love about the TWIA is when it's all completed, they release all of your feedback and how those couples have answered questions about you. And you can use that to your advantage. You can use it on your website, you can use it on an email, you can quote it on a Facebook post, you can smash it. And it's real, it's real stuff. None of it's manipulated, none of it's made up, it's all real.
It's nice at the end of the year when you've had a crazy season and then you get all these comments from
makes you
couples.
Feel great, doesn't it?
Makes you feel really appreciated, and especially because you get a lot of attention and love on the day because your service is there and then at the wedding, and people come over and can say thank you. It's amazing. For me as a videographer and then photographers and stuff, we get a lot of our appreciation after the wedding, because when I've delivered the film, which is weeks and weeks after, then they send an email saying, "Oh my God, thank you very much," and then you get the love. So being deprived of love on the wedding day,
you big soppy git.
It's nice to get a load of the comments.
I love you all the time. What do you mean?
It's not the same.
You just want acknowledgement, don't you?
Yeah.
But yes,
no, it's really nice.
The point
it's lovely to hear.
I remember me and Sam sat up in bed one night.
You sit there for an hour and read them all, and it's like.
I remember sat up in bed with Sam one night when we got all the feedback released, and literally I was in tears. It was It was so nice to hear all those things.
But then you can use that, you can put it on your website as testimonials, you could copy the text over pictures and turn it into content for your social media. You can do all sorts with it. It's brilliant content to use. You've got your badges just from entering, like I've entered the awards, I've been finalisted, I've won, all those different types of badges. They all look great, don't they? And then the do itself, especially the Wedding Industry Awards do, going to the night, it's networking opportunities. Don't take any business cards because that might be frowned upon. But we generally
yeah, but
have a great
the reason
laugh.
Adam's saying that is because it's a really relaxed environment and it's just a good night. It's a good party, and then you got the awards ceremony.
It's a great way to meet people because networking's been huge for me and making connections. But it's not just you. That why I say don't take business cards. You don't want to kind of force a networking thing where, hello, here's my business card, let's connect, we should recommend each other. It's just
that's not the way anymore, and people do that. It drives you mental. It's like
it gets kind of laughed at.
I just want to chat to you. I'm not really want to. I don't want any business card.
We turn up, we do a few Jaeger bombs, we chat about anything but weddings, or we have a bit of banter about whatever, and these everyone's genuine.
Yeah,
friends.
but it's putting faces to names as well, isn't it? Because they might have been on their desktop when they've entered the award. Oh, I wonder who's in such and such a category. Oh, Adam's in it. Oh, I've not met him yet. He's going to be at the awards. Great, I get to meet. So it's a really good way to mingle and meet with other people in the industry.
Friends, don't you? I've made loads of friends.
You make loads of friends, yeah. So yeah, awards, guys. Just do it, you know. Just do it. There's some better than others. There's some better than others. Lots of different awards out there. But at the end of the day, if you've got a little badge, a little extra stamp of approval on your website, it's not going to harm anybody. So I would, just go for it. Do it. Do it.
Even if it costs you to enter.
By the way, we're doing this video a little bit late, probably, because today is the deadline, or last night was the deadline for the TWIA entrance, wasn't it?
So, I see what you mean.
Next year, you don't want to go in the TWIA?
It is awards season, technically, but the submissions have ended for that one yesterday. There's others still going and online at the minute.
There's loads.
Great Normans and the English Wedding Awards, to name a couple. But there's loads of different types of ones.
Was that it?
Yeah,
I
think so.
So that wrapping up the vid for this Wing Wednesday?
It's all round a positive experience. You should definitely do it. Even if it costs you to enter, it'll be worth it.
Wow, I would pay massive money to get all those free testimonials off all those clients. It is amazing.
And you might get a booking from it, and then it's paid for itself tenfold over.
Oh my God. It's just part of the marketing process, an extra little pillar to have in your arsenal. So yes, do it, guys.
So if you're not doing it, do it. No matter where you're at in your business, really. Starting out, been in it for years, whatever.
Yeah, why? You know what? Why not? Even if you're well established and you've got loads and loads of booking, it's still a good thing to be in because it's a night out and it's just good. I love it. I'm always at the awards nights with you guys, and
it's great fun.
And now it's great for me to judge it.
You get to turn up for free and you don't have the stress of entering.
Yeah, mate, we've got to do all the judging. I tell you, it's hours and hours of trudging through stuff.
I'm sure it is.
But yeah, it's good.
It's nerve-wracking on the night as well. It's always like
if you're in it,
you turn up and you kind of like, oh, this is cool. It's just nice to be a part of it. But then when it gets down to crunch time, you start thinking, oh, shit.
I know.
I shouldn't swear.
I know.
It's so good. I love it. I love it, and I'm dreading it at the same time.
Right, anyway, Sam wants to go shopping.
That's today's advice.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Don't forget any of the questions, comments. Let's talk a little debate about it if you want. Comments below.
I'll answer them as ever.
Just a quick one. Some exciting stuff coming up in the not too distant future, isn't there, regards wedding business.
Ooh.
So keep your eyes peeled on these videos. There's going to be a few announcements coming up soon. And it's going to be a benefit to everybody, so I'm quite excited to release and announce that pretty soon. But
is that a little teaser already?
That's for another video.
Oh.
So listen, guys, don't forget to do one thing every day that's going to help your business grow. Whether it be make a phone call, do an email, put a little stamp on your website, enter an awards. One thing a day, you'll get there, guys.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Is that necessary?
Yeah.